Welcome friends to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and if you're watching this video, you probably want to get a Nintendo Switch 2, but man, that $449 price is a little steep at the moment, or even that $499 if you're watching this after September with that price increase. And so what my goal in this video is to help you get a Nintendo Switch 2 very cheap or very smart. And so we're going to go ahead and get into this right now. If you find value in this video, I would love for you to join us by subscribing, liking this video, and then leave a comment down below. Let's go ahead and get into all these buying a Nintendo Switch 2 the smartest and most affordable way possible. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of recommendations here and then show you a strategy behind it, right? Some of these websites you might say, hey, Mike, why are you recommending this website? It's because I've had personal experience with these. Everything I've shown here, I've had personal experience here, including buying 2 Nintendo Switch 2s for my daughters. So I want you to watch this video to the end so you don't miss one single tip because they are all very good. Let's go ahead and start with, of course, Facebook Marketplace. Now, Facebook Marketplace, yeah, it's an on and off, it's hit or miss, but it's a very good one. I purchased cards from here, I purchased games from here, I purchased consoles from here. There are a couple of things you have to do to make sure that you're safe and you get the best deal possible. And I'm going to go ahead and show you right now. We are here at Facebook Marketplace. As you can see here, we're looking for Nintendo Switch 2. Right? This is what the video is about. So the first thing you're going to do is type Nintendo Switch 2 in the search bar on Facebook Marketplace, with a little vending marketplace here. And then you're going to get these results here. And of course, you want to save money, so you can ignore all the really high priced ones. And this one and the next ones are going to be more like a hunting thing. So you have to make sure you go back to it. If you can't find something the first time, keep coming back to it. Keep coming back to it. You will eventually find a good deal. And so right here, we're going to go over these right here. We got, make sure it's local, no shipping, just stay local, be safe. And we're just looking at some of these deals here. We got 515, ignore that. 425 here. Let's see here. We have Switch 1, if you want one cheaper. 435, this is the shipping one, so we'll ignore that one. But if I can't find one, I'm going to teach you what to do when you do find one to make sure that you guys are safe, okay? So as first, for example, I see here, I saw one that's really cheap, and it's a good deal. $425 for a Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Wow, that's crazy. Kissimmee, that's maybe 30 minutes away from me. Okay, let's go ahead and go to it. The first thing I want to do before I even mess anybody or try to get my wallet is look at the listing, right? We look at the listing, make sure it's got it looks like they have a good description here in Spanish. You can go ahead and hit translate to get this into English. Then you want to look at when they joined Facebook, right? 2011. All right, so far, good description, good here. Third thing you want to look at is this part, okay? Now, what can you notice there? The person is in their profile picture. They have a phone in front of their face. They're covering themselves. It's a dark picture. And right off the back, I just don't want to do any business with that because that's just, I don't want that. And so there's nothing else. There's no history here. And you want to stay away from those. I want to show you now what a good profile to buy from looks like. Okay. And so I'm going to go over to one of the more expensive ones just to give you guys a little idea of what a good one looks like. Okay. So I found a good one that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Now, I want to show you what a good profile looks like the minute you find a good deal, okay? Because again, this Facebook Marketplace is where you go to hunt for good deals. You're not always going to find one, but it's a good recommended place for you to hunt for good deals. And so I'm going to show you this profile to give you an idea of what a good profile looks like that you want to go ahead and send them a message and start your negotiations with. For example, I'm going to click on this one. Of course, I'm not even looking at the price. I'm just going to look at the profile to give you guys an idea of what to look for. I've got an extra Switch 2 that I don't need. Still brand new sealed, asking 500, okay? Or open the trades. Look, this is very good details here. They got a new Switch, or they open the trades. Please, if you miss the drop and want one now, first come, first serve. Should be a message, okay? Good description, number 1. Number 2, as you can see, look at their rating. They have a rating. They have history of selling on Facebook, right? So they have almost 5 stars. Number 3, look at their name. If you hover, Oh, wow, that's a bright, nice picture there. And as you can see on their profile, look at all the information. Also a member of Central Florida Buy, Sell, Trade, promote, find jobs, donate, Claremont area, live in homes. And as you can see here, they're very involved, right? The picture itself. And if you want to, you just want to do a little more research, you can just click on their name. And wow, nice. Look, family of four. Look, it's a digital creator. They look great picture, great history, and just for you to feel safe to buy there, right? But Facebook Marketplace is, I recommend it. Make sure you do your diligent homework and you look at the profile, look at their reviews. Don't buy anything from nobody who has no reviews. And of course, look at the price point, right? Keep looking. I've found things here that are really great deals, but this is one for hunting, right? The next one I want to go to is Mercari. You might have heard of Mercari. You might not heard of Mercari. It's a great trusted place. You buy things, it is protected. This one you buy and they ship to you. And so I'm going to go ahead here again, tap Nintendo Switch 2. And as you can see here, we have a couple of listings here. If you want to narrow it down, you can go over to the price point and $200 and up. You never find a Switch 2 more than $200. And so keep going here. $449, $170. Okay, let's look at this $270 one. Okay, let's go in here. Okay, wait a little bit. It says here Nintendo Switch OLED and extra Joy-Cons. You want to make sure you read the caption. Although the box shows a Switch 2, they have a Switch OLED in it. Okay, so you want to make sure to stay away from that. Okay, this one is $450, same price as the store. You can just go buy in the store. $450, $450 here. Continue here. Again, these websites are more for hunting, but every now and then you'll find something very good price. And so this is the case with that. But okay, $270 here. That's an OLED. Here we have a one for $500. And so, but just to give you guys an idea, if we click here on status and we click on sold, anything that's sold recently for Nintendo Switch 2, here we have this one, $380. It just sold for $380. A Switch 2 inbox, brand new. Now, is this real? Let's go ahead. Let's look. Brand new Nintendo Switch 2. Haven't even taken it out of the box. It was delivered in yet. I don't know what that means, in yet. Arizona. There we go. 27 reviews, 100% reviews, 8 listings, 6 sales. Of course, you're going to get similar listings here, and you can look through them to see if you can find something cheaper. But again, Mercari is a really good place that you can hunt for a Nintendo Switch 2 and potentially buy one at $380, which is very cool. Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys other ways to buy Nintendo Switch 2 right now in a affordable and smart way. Before I show you this one here, now the next website I want to show you, of course, is eBay. Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, this is the first thing. Nintendo Switch 2. You can go through their look. This one has 370 bits, but this one is 5 bits. You can click here and just kind of say I want this buy now listings, and so it'll only show you buy now. $449. This one is $400 for a Nintendo Switch 2. And look at the positive rating. That's what you want to look at. You want to look at the price and the positive rating. You get free shipping with this. 13 watches. I'm not sure why people have not jumped on this one yet. This guy has a good positive rating, and it's only $400 for the Nintendo Switch 2. This one right here is $418, which is, again, it's $449 plus tax for your Nintendo Switch 2 new, and it's gonna be $499 plus tax in September of 2026. So right now, this is a very good deal. Very good deal. Okay. Now, there's one more technique before I jump into the really smart ways of how to buy Nintendo Switch 2 anywhere. By the way, anywhere. This next method is this one. I just use this method to buy my daughters 2 Nintendo Switch 2s, and here we had. What you want to do is search for Nintendo Switch 2 console only. What does that mean? That means you're not getting a box. You're probably not getting straps. You're just getting the system, the system itself. For example, right here, tablet only. Nintendo Switch 2 console, $256. Now, why am I recommending this? Because that is the Nintendo Switch 2, right? The Nintendo Switch 2 is basically the tablet of the system, right? The system is, you have the Joy-Con, you have the dock to play on TV, but if you want to play in handheld mode, the Nintendo Switch 2 itself is the tablet. That is a system that is everything you need to play, right? And so you can just buy the Nintendo Switch 2 tablet alone for $339, and then search for Joy-Cons for cheap, right? You can buy cheap Joy-Cons. You can use a Nintendo Switch 1 Joy-Cons, pair them, or you can just save your money and buy yourself a pair of Joy-Cons later on. But that'll get you into the Nintendo Switch 2 ecosystem right now. Now, looking at this one right here, $245 is the Nintendo Switch. So go $299 for this Nintendo Switch 2 console, $299 for this Switch 2 console. Let's go ahead and open this right here to see what this entails. And so as you can see here, the reviews for the person, let's go look at the reviews. Good reviews, $299. Okay, here we have the system itself, right? There we have it. All right, let's read the details and see what's wrong with it. This is tablet only, $256. It is a sleek, powerful home console with a sleek back design. Basically, there's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing absolutely wrong with this system. It's just the console by itself. And I bought my daughters two of these tablet consoles, and then I went ahead and purchased. I got paid one day. I purchased one set of Joy-Cons, and then I waited to get paid again, and then I purchased another set of Joy-Cons. And so my daughters now have, because they could care less about the dock. They don't want dock. They wanted the Switch 2 Lite, which is not out yet. And they are current Nintendo Switch Lite users. I bought them just the Nintendo Switch tablet with the Joy-Cons and a charger. And so I use this method myself to buy my daughters their very own Nintendo Switch 2 so that they can have access to the current lineup of the games. That Pokemon Pocopia. Right now we have Splatoon Raiders coming up. And so this is a very good method. Looking for just the console only, just the tablet only, and then saving up and buying yourself a pair of Joy-Cons. Now, if we go here, Joy-Con 2, we could find, there are a couple of things on Amazon. They actually have some of these Joy-Cons just like this that are compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. And you can finally find, look at these, for $57, you get a Joy-Con here. You can buy one today, buy one later. This one right here, this is here, Nintendo Switch 2, Joy-Con light blue, light red factory sealed, $49. That's forbidding. So yeah, just basically after you buy your console, you can buy your Joy-Cons for $64.99 here. $64.99. And there you can save a bit of money. Let's say you purchase $299 for the console, and then $64 for the Joy-Cons here. That brings you to $363 for an entire Nintendo Switch 2. And you can play on the handheld mode, and then you have these third-party docks you can use now for Nintendo Switch 2 as well. We have, look at these Joy-Cons, $59, $59, $60, $64, $49. So it's cheaper if you want to get into the Nintendo Switch 2 ecosystem to purchase the tablet on its own and then purchase the Joy-Cons by themselves. And if you want a dock, you can buy a third-party dock on Amazon, which is they're cheap, they work well, and they function just as well as the dock from Nintendo themselves. Now, this next method allows you to purchase a Nintendo Switch 2 wherever at full price, while not getting everything out of your pocket, not leaving you. And this is an equivalent to saving, right? And this one is called Klarna, okay? Now, what is Klarna? Klarna is like a no credit check, paying for a way of paying for things, right? And so what they do is they split the cost in 4 interest-free payments, meaning there's no interest. You pay exactly what you pay for the system and exactly what it costs, okay? Now, you divide the $449 plus tax in 4 payments, and what they do is that every time you get paid, every 2 weeks, they just deduct 1/4 of the payment from your paycheck, and you can pay them in 4 payments. Okay, Klarna is one of them. The reason why I am showing you this because I currently use it whenever I need to buy gear, whenever I need to buy a game, even video games, right? $70 games, I can just split them in 4 and pay $18, like 4 payments of $18, pay 4 payments of $20. If I have to buy a game, I can use Klarna. And the other one is Zip. These two are the only ones I recommend because these two are the only ones that I personally used to buy things when I can't afford them right away. I pay 1/4 of it. The cool thing about Zip is that they also have pay 4, pay 6, pay 8. They have different pay depending on what they offer you at the moment. They might offer you pay 4, and then you might graduate to pay 6, and you might graduate to pay 8, and you might graduate to pay 12. And so there are different pay. They split it, no credit check, no interest whatsoever, which is very cool. And it's one I really recommend just because I use it myself, right? And so I hope that all these methods actually help you buy a Nintendo Switch 2. Number 1, Marketplace, Mercari, and eBay. You can do a search for Nintendo Switch 2. Make sure you look at the profile on Facebook, Mercari, set to buy now, and you can find good deals there. Good used systems, eBay. You can also find good systems on eBay. The option number 2 is look for tablets only. The Nintendo Switch 2 tablet only, and then purchase the Joy-Cons later on. So you can purchase the tablet only and then buy a pair of $60 Joy-Con 2s on eBay, which still comes up very cheap, right? And then if you want to play in dock mode, you can actually buy a dock on Amazon, which is the third-party dock, and it functions just as well. Option 3 is split your payments into 4 payments. Now, the cool thing about this split 4 is that they also offer you a virtual card you can add to your phone, and you can go into the store and then buy your Nintendo Switch 2 in person and just split the payments right away on there. Now, they'll only take out the first payment when you buy the Nintendo Switch 2 right away, and then every 2 weeks when you get paid, they'll take out 1/4. Like I said, Zip has more options if you grow up to that. Pay 4, pay 6, pay 8, pay 12. And so these are all great ways for you to jump into the Nintendo Switch 2 world and not miss out on any of the upcoming games very soon. I know there's many games coming in the upcoming Nintendo Direct if you're watching this before June. And so I hope you guys found value in this video. I hope you guys enjoy this content. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you used Zip? Have you used Klarna? Have you had any success doing this method? If you have, leave me a comment down below. I want to hear from you. And I'll see you guys in the next year adventure at the Odyssey. Before I let you go, never give up and journey on. Peace.